at Side Six Locals on a Tuesday night. So tell me what you did in San Antonio, Justin.
I got my invite at San Antonio.
All right.
And EDM.
Bet. All right, let's go into the deck profile.
I got 21. For starters, the best Monarch. I played 3 other. This one allows you to advance your game state, lets you play on your opponent's turn, and it allows you to search into all of your Monarchs. Yeah, it's pretty much self-explanatory why it's good. It's a 3 of. I don't really know how else to explain it.
Okay.
For the Erebus, I only play 2 Erebus. I don't like playing 3 because I feel like 3 clogs up your hand, and I feel like it's only good for the spot removal. I'd much rather advance my game state with the others rather than the Erebus. Like, I'd much rather see this card in the Stormforth than this card in the Stormforth, because at least this essentially does the same thing this does, except this searches this out, and you can also play on your opponent's turn. You can only really play it on your opponent's turn if you have escalation set. I'm thinking about cutting that one too.
All right.
Ray, give me a deal. Shout out to Ray.
Hey,
shout out to Ray.
He dabbed. That's how you know he's lit.
Because you play extra deck Monarchs, you have to play double Karaz. Karaz is your pseudo engine, pseudo draw engine of the deck. You use it to pop your Dead Brilliance, use it to pop your return, so you can go into the extra. And drawing into this card isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world, because sometimes it can
Unbreak your hand.
it can unbreak your hand. Like if you have a return.
You're right.
Yeah, it's really really good. For the one Floodgate, I played the one Majesty's Fiend. A lot of players opt out not to play like a Floodgate in their deck because they're afraid of bricking. But like if you can just Stormforth Majesties, your opponent's Dante or something like that, or like have an escalation play with Majesties is pretty dangerous too. Open this up against Cosmo because I couldn't open up anything else, and he just had a Fire King Island in hand and just a bunch of ships, and he just couldn't play.
Wow.
Then even if he had a pilot, he wouldn't be able to play. I played 2 red layers. I wanted to play 3, but the 3 would just break up the hand a lot of the time. Like I would draw into multiples, and I would special one, and the other one just wouldn't do anything for me. But yeah, I also opted not to play Italy blue layer because blue layer is like really fucking garbage. Like
when you draw it,
it's just like when you draw it, and then like you have the Italies in hand, and it's just like it's just really really suboptimal.
and you're already playing brilliant, so you don't want more.
Yeah, exactly. The deck already bricks. The deck already bricks like a shit ton, and so like you don't want to draw into more dead cards. Hand traps. I played 3 Maxi staple. Even though I opted to go first this entire event because of tips handed me from Ray, Carlos, and Matt. Going first and setting up your Stormforth, either setting up your brilliant engine play, getting your resources started up is much more important than breaking boards, because this deck can go first or second, no problem. But the fact is like if you can get set up and then you have a Maxi on your opponent's turn, like everybody
Doesn't want
every
to
deck
push.
special summons right now. Even if you're playing Monarch, if you're playing Domain Monarch, you're kind of ass at this game. But yeah, like the Maxi came in clutch. Like if I were to go, I went first against. I played about like 3 Pepe or 4 Pepe.
Actually, I was gonna ask you, how were your matchups?
Oh, my matchups. I think I played. I know I played one. My rogue matchup was a Noid. I played like 3 Pendulum, 2 Cosmo, 1 Mirror, and I think it was a couple BA PK Fire. But yeah, this was so lit against all of them. Against BA was a monster. They just stopped playing. Against Pendulums, they just Pendulums can't really just leave a board. So like yeah, they just kind of lose if they don't special summon. And after all the cards, I'm pretty sure I win. I played the Brilliant Engine, so Lazuli and Jax Knight. I lost 1 Mirror and I lost 1 Inferno. I lost against the Inferno matchup because Infernoids, they just banish your Prime, banish your fucking Pantheism. It really really fucking sucks. But
That deck's still playable.
yeah, the fact that like this gives you this for free, and then you get a free return, and then an either play after that is really really busted. Your 1 card brilliant unbricks your hand, but this can also break up your hand. It's like a high risk high reward.
Those are all the monsters.
No. And I play 4 babies, the 2 Mithras, and the Eidosin Squire.
What made you play the 1-on-1 ratio? A lot of that, I find that kind of interesting. You're
The 1-on-1 ratio, because like when you double draw into these don't do anything for you. You draw 2 of this and 2 of this. If you draw into multiples, like just multiple idols, it doesn't do anything for you. You have to waste up your normal summon, and it can get Veiler super easy. Because usually you want to go into your extra deck and then you want to go into your Monarch place. And this wasn't bad. I might go back to it though, because I usually just use this if I didn't draw into this, I usually sent it to re-add like a Pantheism or re-add a Banish Monarch spell trap. Okay. The spells obvious: 3 Stormforth, 3 Pot of Greed, 3 Return.
Do you feel like that's the first card that's gonna get hit? Is Pantheism?
I feel like this card's more of a problem. What do you think,
Stormforth?
Ray? Pantheism.
I think
is more
Pantheism.
It's a plus, card.
I mean, you can draw into like all your stuff, but like this card makes the deck dangerous too. If they don't have Stormforth either plays, it's like.
And it's Cancer in the mirror.
Pantheism searches out that card.
That's true. Yeah, Pantheism or Pantheism or Stormforth. I think everything else is pretty much fair. For the 1-of spells, played the Domain, Frostblast, and Instant Fusion.
What's the target for Instant Fusion?
I played 3 targets. Oh, I played 2 targets. I played Panzer Dragon, and I played Norden.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So
the
there are
Frostblast was pretty good against PK. Being able to like pop their spell, pop their strikes, pop their fog blades, and stuff like that. What was it the one domain in the situations where I needed to beat over something, or like my Monarch was way too big in my hand.
Okay. And the rank 6 plays.
Yeah, exactly. Like it rank 6 plus with either. I was able to OTK a Pepe player because I domained my Ether, special Kuraz, popped my 2 spells and traps, made 2 primes.
Wow.
Where I already had a prime on board. Primes, made a Shark Fortress, overlaid into Xyz Beyond, turn all their monsters to mush, and then OTK through the monsters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking savage.
And then the 3 Brilliant Fusions. Drawing into multiples kind of sucked, but the Kuraz took care of that issue.
Okay.
And for the traps, I played 2 Prime and 1 Escalation.
So a lot of people think this card's a 3-of, and I don't know why, but what do you think?
I also do think that Prime is a 3-of, but like last minute at the event, Matt, Carlos, and Ray were just like, Escalation's pretty good. Ray changed his mind about this card now, though, because this card is actually what it is. It's just a win more card. But yeah, so that's true.
So 40 in the main?
Yeah, 40 in the main. Good. For the extra deck, played for the fusions, I played Seraph Knight, Panzer Dragon, and Norden. This one's autographed by Billy Ray because I'm a fanboy. But yeah, I was able to make Pleiades a lot with this card. Like sometimes you'll have like 1 prime in the grave and 1 prime in hand, or like one prime like on the field. And like this is where I wanted to play a 3rd prime, but I couldn't find the space for it. So like this basically turned into
a third prime. Yeah, level 5 light. That's
this was good. This was good. I was able to Norden for the Mithra sometimes.
Oh, and get the graveyard effect.
Yeah, it was
That's
really busted. Jesus. Yo, Alex's cameraman's got hose. Got girls calling him all over the place.
Side bitch.
Rank 5s. Played the Pleiades, Durendal, Shark Fortress. These are really, really good. I was able to make this first turn board a few times. Like having this in a Stormforth either is really, really dangerous because now you have a negate and a Stormforth either play that they have to worry about. Pleiades is really, really good. If I ever went into it, like I didn't go into it a lot, but when I did, I usually won. Like you can usually win before you do this, and if they do this, it's like carousing your opponent's monsters. You're already kind of in a losing state if this happened.
You're right.
Volcasaurus. This was insane. Like this card saved my life back in Nom. Back in I was playing game 5 turns against Pepe, and I Volcasaurus his Ignister on turn 5. Wow. And overlaid into a Gaia Charger and attacked over his Master Pendulum that he set.
Wow.
Yeah. The Out Mask of Restrict card. This card got absurdly expensive, like for absolutely no fucking reason. Like it went from like a $5 card to a $30 card. Never mind. This card never resolved. It never resolved. Like no, this card came up
all the time. You got fog bladed a lot.
Yeah, exactly. But it's used to bait out the fog blade, used to bait out the strike.
Oh, okay.
Because if it does resolve, they kind of
lose.
Yeah, they kind of lose. I played this card. This card was okay.
Would you cut it? Some people are thinking about cutting it. They don't see it as
I wouldn't cut it. Like
this is part 2.
Little technical difficulty. But yeah, this card was pretty good. Being able to pop your like it was like it's like a Pleiades that you couldn't have made. Like it's like a pseudo Pleiades because like you probably had to use red layer for it. Yeah, let me see. Oh, okay. Rank 6s, I played the M7, the Gaia Charger, and the Utopia Beyond. This card enabled me lots of OTKs with my domain other place. This card is just all around good. It's like if you use Volcasaurus and then you pop your opponent's monster, you can't attack. Just overlay over this and attack over it. Like in turns, is pretty good.
So what's that broken play with M7? With sending your ether to the graveyard? How's that relevant?
I've never really heard of that play before.
Or is it Erebus? I would assume it's Erebus because you can dump the dead prime in.
Yeah, you can dump the dead prime or like something like that. But like I never really used it to return anything. It never really came up because it was always just like I was always in a winning state or like they were more optimal cards.
You don't run Beatrice?
No, like Beatrice. Okay, so you go into Beatrice, you send 2 cards already. You send 2 cards to the graveyard to special summon your Kuraz. You know, you've already allotted yourself like a lot of advantages. It is. Like, why would you want to go into a Beatrice and like just neg even more from that? You know what I mean?
Okay.
Rank 8s. Played number 38.
Win condition in the mirror.
Yeah, exactly.
So what is this tech with Allsay? I've actually never seen it, and I don't understand.
I'll say basically, if you're in a winning game state, and then you've already attacked with both of your level 8 monsters, and they have like a dead brilliant or a dead return or something like that, you can return it to the top of their deck, and then they dead draw for the next turn.
Ow.
Yeah, it literally stops from playing an entire.
Hey,
turn.
Yatagarasu in rank 8, boy.
This never came up, but in theory, it's good.
You have F-Zero.
Yeah, this card never came up. But, like, it was still good. This doesn't. Yeah, you can just Stormforth F-Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah. Side deck.
Okay, side deck.
Mirror, 2 Baylor. I never sided this for any other deck because this deck engine for engine, I believe, doesn't lose to anything else.
Okay.
It only loses to itself in the mirror.
The brick. Tell him.
I played 2 Gamma Seal to get rid of Towers.decks. Like I was expecting to run into some Raid Raptor, and then go over their Ulti Falcon with it, or Magnus decks too. Played the Kai's for the mirror match. In the mirror match, I was able to banish this guy's Eidos.
Wow.
Like all of his Eidos, he played like 2 Eidos. I was trying to hit the air, but usually they'll have a Stormforth either for the Erebus.
Okay.
But yeah, this is really really good against like PK Fire too. Like having the escalation, and this was pretty dangerous.
That's like cherries that's walking.
Yeah. 2 Flying Sea. This never came in because like I already had the 3 main deck maxis, and like I said, I'd much rather advance my game state than stop you from playing.
Yeah.
Because if I advance my game state, it stops you from playing.
True.
The only spell that I sided in, the Triple Twin Twister.
Just for the restricts.
Yeah, against the Klee Demise player, the other rogue that I played. Well, it's not rogue anymore; it's meta. But like, this is really, really good. They had sided in Mask of Restricts, Macros, Rivalry. Rivalry is probably like the most broken floodgate in the game right now, in my opinion. Because like that card just can't be outed easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is really, really amazing. Its PK Fire is really, really good. A lot of people think that Mask of Restrict should be sided in. Like that's true. Mask of Restrict hurts the domain version, but like we can out the Mask of Restrict a lot more. This card hurts us a lot more in my opinion. Okay. Magic Deflector, because this card can't be outed. This card just gets chained and then you can't play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sided this one for the mirror. It was really really good. But like I like this card a lot more in the mirror.
Yeah, I know. You do this to a Stormforth, it's game over.
Yeah, you do this to a Stormforth or more importantly Pantheism, and it's usually game because you just shut down an entire like part of their deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is really really good in the mirror. I think I think my Monarch matchup was okay. I don't remember if I won or not, but like I think I went undefeated in the Monarch mirrors. I played in like round 3 and 4, and then from there it was just Pepe, Cosmo, and Rogue. Yeah, that's the deck profile, guys.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Brilliant XYZ Monarchs. It's the way to go. Let's go.
I'll see you guys in the next one.
All right.